tell them check out the blog, bro. YouTube channel called MKO. It's pugilism, boxing algorithm. M stand for Marvin and Kevin's initials KO. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are the MKO
Pugilism boxing channel, talking all things boxing. Love a left hook, love a right hook.
That's right.
Exactly.
So,
indeed.
It's good to be back together, that is. And we're going to be obviously touching on the boxing match in the back of Eddie Earn's
Garden, yeah.
Garden, really.
The one they call the Matchroom Square Gardens. That's what they've been nicknaming it. I think Eddie gave it that nickname himself. So this is just going to be a short review of Fight Camp Week 1. I got to see the majority of the card. I've had to watch some of it over the past few days. And so the first one we'll talk about. We had Jordan Gill. That was the first one I saw. He's a prospect trained by Dave Caldwell. He done very well. Just pretty much, he didn't really lose a round, to be fair, against Reece Bellotti. He boxed very well. It was not quite a shutout, but you could clearly see that he had the superior skill set in the fight. So he took a 10-round decision. His trainer Dave Caldwell, in interviews, was quite emotional because
so
he really
like a walk in the park for him then.
Not quite a walk in the park. He had to work for the win, but
challenge then.
Yeah, it was a challenge, but you could see he was always sort of in command. The next one we had up, Dalton Smith versus Nathan Bennett, which was interestingly wasn't the most exciting fight, but you could always see Dalton Smith was sort of on top of things. And he got Nathan Bennett out of there, devastating punches in round 5. Good little fight to watch, and it was good on Sky Sports. I enjoyed that one. And a standout performer for me was Fabio Wardley, who, as you may know, Kev, he's signed by Dillian Whyte. So he's a prospect that is signed by Dillian Whyte. He's got an interesting background. He's done less boxing than us, actually, because he's a guy that he hasn't actually even had an amateur fight. He's only had those white collar bouts, if you're familiar. I think you had one right before.
He had one white collar boxing bout, but he hasn't had any one amateur.
No, he's not even had any amateur bouts. He's only had about, I think, 3 white collar bouts. And
then he just went pro.
Yeah, he just went pro from there.
Training by a pro.
He's basically been learning through. He was a guy who's sparred with Dillian Whyte.
Okay, it's a big guy then.
So yeah, he's not the biggest of heavyweights. He's smaller than Dillian Whyte, actually. He's about 6'5", so he's on the smaller end of the heavyweight spectrum. But you watch him, but very classy, very upright. He's got all the moves and stuff.
How long has he been training for, though? That's the question. Even though he hasn't had an amateur fight.
No, he's
been for a while then, I suppose.
Yeah, he's been training for a while. Yeah. He's been around the gyms and he's sparred with the best. And he's a guy that he basically won the respect of Dillian Whyte by coming into Dillian Whyte's camp as a sparring partner, and he held his own against Whyte, and that's Whyte's reasoning for signing him. So he's got him, and there's another guy from, I think, Czech Republic that he signed. But this guy Wardley, he stepped up against a guy, and this Simon Vallily was a very good amateur, very accomplished. I think he boxed in the Commonwealth. When you see the fight, you'd never know that. You'd never know that.
It just shows you, like, this guy, even though he didn't go out there and fight internationally, and the training session that he gets in the gym is as good as, people that he's also sparred with in the gym.
He's sparring with top guys.
Those people have been doing it outside of the gym, as well.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So, and he was very impressive because all through this fight, he's facing a guy who, yes, he's come up from cruiserweight, should I say, this Vallily, but he had a lot more amateur pedigree. But Wardley was very calm all the way through, took his time, landed some good right hands, left hooks, and finished him with a lovely combination in round 3. And there was no need for a count, really.
Night.
Exactly. We had then James Tennyson, former world title challenger. He won with a 6th round KO. Good performance by him. over Gavin Gwynn. This was for the British lightweight title. Of course, Wardley, the heavyweight we're talking about, that was for the English. This was for the British lightweight title. Good fight, full of action, and you know, Tennyson, he dropped Gwynn in round 6, and he finished him with a barrage of punches. Time was 2:30 of the finish of that one.
That was quick.
Yeah, quick one. And sorry, go ahead, bro.
No, what you say, almost had it last.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
he could have survived the round, but he was out of it,
yeah.
you know. We had then the main event, cheese versus egg, or egg versus cheese. Not an omelette, but a fight, and this was it was a very good fight. You know, this was the main event, and this was a great one because it really sort of put the icing on, put the cherry on top of this one, because you know, sometimes you get main events that don't deliver, but this delivered.
Yeah.
Both of these guys,
like,
you know,
Anthony Joshua and what did he fought?
Well, the Joseph Takam as well,
and then it was
anti-climax.
It was Dillian White and Chisora fight that kind of like took the spot out of the main event.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
That. Yeah, you get that all the time.
Yeah,
but to get a main event to kind of stand up, live up to his hype, then it's
100,
good. It's a good thing.
Definitely. So we had these guys, egg versus cheese. Eggington done very well. It wasn't one-sided, you know. Cheeseman just slightly, for me, done the better work. You know, but it was that close that you know, I'm sure no one would complain if it went the other way. But I think personally, Cheeseman done just enough to sort of tip it. And Cheeseman was even saying beforehand that, you know, he would have retired if he would have lost this fight. So he was really, really determined to sort of get the victory here. So yeah, it was capped off by that good one. Cheeseman, well-deserving winner, but it's one of those fights where it was that close that we could even have a rematch. I think Cheeseman now wants to sort of move on towards world level. That's what he wants. So we'll see how he fares there. And pretty much that's it. That's all the fights that they had. It's just a 5-fight card as per the COVID-19 rules. But yeah, Matchroom Square Garden Fight Camp week 1, you know, it went pretty good. You know, as far as grading it, I'd say, you know, it's sort of a 7, 8 out of 10, because the main event really did deliver. So yeah, that's what we've got for the Fight Camp week 1 review. And until next time, over and out. MKO Pugilism, definite.